Hi folks, this is Rob Fogg. I'm working on a research survey looking at the effects of HPA and what happens when it becomes dysregulated. The HPA axis is our body's stress response system, and they're finding that it is causing significant malfunctions that could be very relevant to what we're facing now in society. There's cited documents attached below. Thank you very much, and please consider contacting me if you have any questions or comments. In the 1990s, an extensive amount of research was completed on how the brain works, and a discovery was made from the age of 2 to 17 if a child had excessive amounts of stress, excessive being ongoing or intense or totally unacceptable. The more stress the child had, the more errors they found taking place in the brain. They found that these errors followed the person throughout their lives, many not knowing that they were occurring. So let's zoom down into the brain and take a look at what is happening. I'm going to draw a little Dr. Seuss-like community to represent the different parts of the brain. This is the hypothalamus. It's the headquarters, the control center. It makes changes to all the systems to accommodate any potential stress. Next, we're going to draw a bicycle courier business. It's really the pituitary gland, but it produces messages that are sent out to the entire body through something called hormones. These hormones are sent out to every cell to communicate changes that are needed to keep the body in balance. Next, we're going to look at something called the amygdala. It is like Doppler radar or a tornado siren, and it basically picks up data from around or outside the body and then sends a message to the hypothalamus when it thinks there's a problem. So here we see the hormones entering from the top left, almost like Tour de France. Millions of hormones speeding through the body with a specific purpose and message to get to every cell. These brain structures I've described to you are responsible for overseeing this body's stress response system, or the fight or flight. Here you see the body's stress response, or the flight or fight, going off, and the Tour de France-like bike routine is taking place, and changes are being sent to every cell to accommodate the stress. The excessive childhood stress that we talked about earlier causes the fight or flight system to be triggered frequently or never turn off, creating a scenario where the wrong message is being sent to every cell all the time. With the stress response system constantly on, one of the first things that happen is the hormones that are designed to go to the intestines and the reproductive system come back in to headquarters and don't deliver their messages. IBS and Crohn's and leaky gut are prevalent. With the stress response system on all the time, many dysregulations take place, causing the hormones to go to the wrong cell with the wrong message. The stress response moves away from the smooth Tour de France-like technique into a chaotic and miscreant type process. Here is an example of the wrong hormones being delivered at the wrong time. 3 o'clock in the morning, wide awake because of the hormone dysregulation. This pattern of sleeplessness leads to depression and causes the stress response system to continually be on. This example illustrates how hormone dysregulation under these conditions can lead to anger, anxiety, poor self-esteem, malfunctioning social cues, and exclusively responsible for melancholic depression. Our last example is 3 gentlemen celebrating a victory But after the hormone dysregulation, it has been proven that joy is chemically unavailable